is Barack Obama, the youngest man in that picture, being greeted by all these wise old men of Washington like a superstar. There's his wife in the First Lady's box. Of course, we're going to see this scene at least another 3 times in the State of the Union address. If he gets re-elected, we'll see it another 4 times after that. Right behind Barack Obama, Harry Reid, who's the Speaker of the Senate. Sorry, the Democrat Majority Leader in the Senate. Very important man in order to try and hammer out the kind of deals that Barack Obama needs to make in order to get his legislation passed. That lady there clearly very excited to meet Barack Obama, who is still something of a superstar in this country, although in Washington itself, many of the people who are now kissing his cheek will be sharpening their daggers only minutes later in order to stab him in the back, rhetorically.
So he now makes his way to the podium. There you have Harry Reid behind him. You've also got Mitch McConnell, the leader of minorities in the Senate, the Republican leader in the Senate.
And he's wearing, by the way, the same tie, I hope I'm not wrong here, the same tie that he wore on the night of his election at Grant Park in Chicago. Maybe he's a superstitious man.
We do hear that he's superstitious. It's one of the things you heard about him from the campaign, that he's superstitious. And I've had people in Washington today, Matt, say to me that this is one of the most anticipated non-State of the Union State of the Unions that we've had in a long time. And that is a reflection of the crisis that the country is in economically, the 2 wars that it is fighting abroad, and the newness of this man who has just taken over and has to deal with all of this, and who has said himself, I had no expectation that my presidency would start like this. He has a huge job tonight before him. And if I had to say he had to do one thing tonight, Matt, it would be to inspire confidence in the American people that he and the administration he has chosen can get them out of this crisis.
He's just talking there to Orrin Hatch and Dick Shelby, 2 Republican senators who have not supported his stimulus package. So don't be fooled, viewers out there, by the polite smiles and backslapping that you see tonight. Not all of that will be translated into votes.
But Republicans also, looking at those poll numbers that came out today and seeing the popularity of the action that the president has taken and the fact that he is taking action, and so far of the stimulus
package. There we go,
package.
kissing Hillary Clinton.
There we go.
Done that a few times before in the last few weeks, of course. Gosh, that campaign seems such a long time ago. There he is greeting members of the Supreme Court. Chief Justice Roberts, who,
of course, had a little bit of a hitch when it came to the inauguration and fluffed some of the words of the inaugural address, but has been forgiven publicly by the president, as it were.
I think, we talk a lot about the pomp and the circumstance and the smiles and the body language. We're treating this almost a little bit like a sort of theatrical stage production, but let's not forget the importance of this moment. This is a man who needs to persuade his nation and his Congress that the biggest stimulus package, the biggest spending package, bar perhaps the war effort in World War II, is something that is a bitter pill that this nation needs to swallow in order to get its economy up and running. We would never have imagined a year ago that we would be here under these circumstances with this president, would we? Greeting the Speaker of the House, Nancy Pelosi. Joe Biden there. The first time we see the Vice President up on the stage in a public position like this, there he is handing over copies of his speeches.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
It's 15 minutes past the hour. He should have started speaking, according to the plans, at least about, 7 minutes ago or so. The walk down the aisle clearly took a bit longer than many had anticipated.
But this is being shown on American national television networks, and he knows that he has the audience's attention.
Oh, yes. You can expect at least, 40, 45 million Americans to watch this?
And both sides of the chamber standing, Republicans and Democrats, Matt.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
That's this man.
Thank you. Thank you. All right. Please. Madam Speaker.
Members of Congress, I have the high privilege and the distinct honor of presenting to you the President of the United States.
Thank you.
Of course, this is always a delayed start. There are so many different ritual roadblocks and speed bumps that one cannot ignore. This is elected royalty that we're dealing with here. He almost cut into her lines there, and of course she wouldn't let him get away with that. But I think we are now going to hear the President, the 44th President of the United States, give what many have billed as the most important speech, certainly of his presidency, but perhaps of his entire political career.
Thank you very much. Madam Speaker, Mr. Vice President, members of Congress, the First Lady of the United States, she's around here somewhere. I have come here tonight not only to address the distinguished men and women in this great chamber,